Good morning, my name is Vicky, and today I'm going to make 3 delicious Portuguese dishes. 2 of these dishes contain chouriço, which is a Portuguese sausage known for its smoky, garlicky flavor. It's a bit spicy, but thankfully they have mild versions available for people like me who cannot handle the spice. It's all good. Now, it's cured and smoked, making it safe to eat right out of the package, but it is usually cooked a little bit more through grilling, frying, or boiling it. That helps to release all that good flavor inside. It's a popular ingredient in many Portuguese dishes, both throughout Portugal and Portuguese communities around the world. I personally like it when it's just cooked, the chouriço cut into coins, crispy, a little well done, but we're not going to do that today. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, in the United States, chouriço is very popular in New England areas that have a high Portuguese American population. For example, Fall River, Massachusetts, where I happen to live. Now, the first dish that I'm going to make is chouriço and peppers. I'm going to tell you the ingredients that we need and the utensils. The utensils that we need are going to be a large frying pan, a crock pot or slow cooker, a spatula, and a spoon for stirring. The ingredients we need are as followed. The first ingredient that we have is the chouriço. I have 2 pounds of ground chouriço and 1 pound of stick chouriço that I've cut into circles. You could make the chouriço and peppers using just the ground chouriço, but I like to bite into bigger chunks. That's why I did it that way. The next thing that we need are the onions and peppers. I bought a 20-ounce bag of frozen pepper and onion blend at Walmart. It cost me about $3. Saves me on the time. You can slice your own green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, whatever, and onions if you like. But, you know, who's got time for that? Not me. The next thing that we need is the can of crushed tomatoes. I bought a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, again at Walmart. Technically that's a little bit more than what we need, but I like my chouriço and peppers to be a little bit saucier. We also need garlic. Yes, I'm using garlic, minced garlic, 3 teaspoons. However, if you're like me, you measure garlic with your heart and you might add a little extra, and that's okay. We need some oil to put in the pan. Okay, we're going to start cooking. The first thing we want to do is we have the oil in our frying pan. Now we're going to add the bag of frozen onions and peppers. And we're going to let that cook for a few minutes. Okay, this is going to start cooking. I have an electric stove, so it's going to take a few minutes. Once this gets going, I'm going to add the garlic. I'll be back when I add the garlic. And what I'm going to do now is stir it up for a couple of minutes. Then after this cooks for about 2 or 3 minutes, I'll add the chouriço, and I will come back then. Okay, I added in the coins of chouriço. Now I'm going to add in the ground chouriço. You'll see my gloved hand because I don't like touching it, but I like to break it up while it goes in there. It'll cook a little bit faster and easier. See how nice this is? Cooks up nice and it'll cook up nice. We're gonna brown it a little bit just to release some of that flavor. Then we're gonna put it in the crock pot. When we're gonna put it in the crock pot, I'll show you just before. You guys would love the smell of this because the chouriço with all of the flavors is it's so aromatic. It smells delicious. This is just me stirring it. I'm not ready to put it in the crock pot yet. The reason we put it in the crock pot is because the longer chouriço and peppers cooks, the better it tastes. So this will taste amazing tomorrow. But we'll eat some today for lunch. Okay, I'm just about ready to put this in the crock pot. I'm not sure if you can tell that it's browning up a little bit. That's all I really want it to do. I mean, you can see some of the grease coming out of the chouriçe. That's flavor, my friends. Flavor. Not sure if you can see it all. But I'm going to put this in the crock pot. You're probably not going to see that, but I will show you it in the crock pot when it's done. Because, you know, I'm doing this with my phone. That is what it looks like all stirred together. Like I said, I'm now going to put it on the crock pot. I'll cook it on high for about an hour. And then I guess I'll show you what it's like when we eat. Hey, I just wanted to let you know I had a camera malfunction, which is why you have 2 stills of the food at the end instead of an actual moving video. Just so you know what's going on. Okay, this is the Chouriço and Peppers. I made Paula sub. It's on a whole wheat roll. It is not the Portuguese roll. I didn't have any. I'm very disappointed. And this is just a dish of Chouriço and Peppers. I'm doing keto, and this is a good keto meal. But you probably want to know if it tastes good. So let's try a bite. I've got a coin, a little bit of the ground chouriçe. Oops. It's a little hot. Okay, here I go. This is so good. And this is going to taste even better tomorrow. The chouriçe is a little bit spicier than what I like. I like to buy Michael's mild chouriçe, but they didn't have any at the store when I went there. Excuse me. So I had to buy a different brand. It's good, but it's a little bit spicier than what I'm used to. But I'm going to let the soup keep cooking. I'll film a video tomorrow of us eating a cup of the soup or a bowl of the soup. And I'm going to make the sweet rice in a little while. I'm going to go eat lunch now. Thank you.